So are you familiar with a niche house called Mizensir? A fragrance called For Your Love. This is For Your Love here from the house of Mizensir. Are you familiar with Alberto Morillas? Because he started Mizensir with his daughter, and I first discovered this house back in December when I was in the UK, December, January, at Harrods and Selfridges. Well, last month when I was in Spain, in Marbella, there's a perfume shop there called Sens Perfumery in Marbella at the Puerto Banús, and I visited there while I was walking around, and I discovered a fragrance called For Your Love, this one right here. This one blew me away with how great it smelled, and I immediately ended up getting a bottle. So in this review, I'm going to tell you about Mizensir a little bit, and of course also For Your Love, because this is a really, really sexy fragrance. So if you want to find out about Mizensir, For Your Love, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time you're discovering my channel, and or you've been watching the channel and still haven't subscribed, but you love watching these great videos about fragrances, finding out about new fragrances like For Your Love, discovering new brands like Mizensir, and of course we do a lot of giveaways here on the channel, and participating in giveaways and still haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button below, and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. Yeah, so I discovered Mizensir for the first time in the UK, Selfridges and Harrods. And then last month, as I said, I discovered this fragrance as Sens Perfumery in Marbella carries the brand. This was an exclusive to their store in Marbella, and of course the Selfridges exclusive. That was ending in the end of August. So now I believe it's available everywhere that sells this brand. But I don't see the brand being sold here in the States, unfortunately. But the brand, or the house, was started by Alberto Morillas, and you know about Alberto Morillas. I've spoken about him a lot. And I have a playlist on the channel of all fragrances that he's created that I've reviewed. You can watch the fragrances that he's done. He's done a lot of fragrances for a lot of different brands. And of course, Penhaligon's is one brand that I have a lot of videos of his fragrances as well. So this is a 2019 release. Now, since it's not available or sold here in the States, I couldn't find a retailer. It sells for approximately $200 for a 100 ml bottle. For notes, there's Framboise, which is raspberry, and then there's a proprietary note called Exaltone by Firmenich. In the heart, you also have another proprietary note called Cachalox, and in the base notes you have Benjoin and Patchouli. So there's not a lot going on in the notes, but I had to do some research to find out what the heck was Exaltone and what the heck is Cachalox. So Cachalox is a synthetic form of Ambergris, just like Ambroxan, and this is Firmenich's version of Ambroxan, trademarked for their corporation. And apparently Cachalox is currently in Jeremy Fragrance's new Office for Men fragrance. I haven't smelled that one. I have smelled this, and I'm absolutely in love with it. But also, there's Exaltone. Exaltone is another creation by Firmenich, and I'm going to read to you this one because it's a little elaborate. Odor description: it's musk, sweet, slightly animalic, powdery, and it says powerful musky odor, very similar to that of Muscone, and in the opinion of many perfumers, superior in type and beauty. So now you can see what this is all about. I've been obsessed with musks lately, and there's why I was attracted to this one. And sometimes you smell something and you say, that's nice, and you put it down and you move away. Sometimes you smell something and you go, what is that? You still move away, and then you come back to it, but you don't come back to the other ones that didn't get you excited. This one got me excited, and I kept coming back and coming back and coming back to it. And I had to snatch a bottle because I wasn't sure where I was going to pick up a bottle here in the States. And as I said, I picked it up from the Sens store in Marbella. If you have been to Marbella and you love perfumes, you probably stopped into this store. But if you haven't and you're planning on going there, you should definitely check out their store, as they have some awesome perfumes, lots of different perfumes. Totally different than niche perfumes around the corner where I was actually at for the event I went to. But this store had different fragrances, not the same as the other store, of course. So this is one of their brands there, and I like this brand actually. I sampled a lot of their fragrances at Harrods and Selfridges, and I really loved several of the fragrances. But hopefully they'll soon be carried here. Either way, this is a phenomenal release. So when you first spray the fragrance, you have that raspberry note. It's fruity, But then this musky trademarked note of Exaltone comes in. So it's a musk, but it's a sexy musk. And mixed with that fruit, man, it is to die for. It's a little sweet. I personally don't get any animalic qualities with it. I just get very sexiness from it. I guess they're underlying the animalic qualities of this note, and perhaps they're kind of like, you know, sometimes you pick up things under there and they don't just jump out, and that's what kind of like triggers your nose and you get excited with it. And that's what's happening with this one, because I don't get much animalic. It is slightly powdery for sure, and it's slightly sweet, and mixed with this sweet raspberry note, fruity. It's a phenomenal start to the fragrance. Now in the heart, the Cachalox and Ambergris and Ambroxan, all those notes, there's a little bit of saltiness, there's a little bit of woodiness, and a little bit of aquatic touch with it. That's just the way Ambroxan smells to me. And here, it's phenomenal. It is a really phenomenal fragrance. Finally, the fragrance, when it's drying, you do pick up that sweet resinous touch of the benzoin. And of course, you know me, I love patchouli. It adds another layer of sexiness, and this fragrance just comes alive. And it just, I'm obsessed with it. Obsessed with the way it smells, because it's a phenomenal release. A couple of things I do want to tell you. I do get hints of Baccarat Rouge. I don't know where or which notes that it's coming from, but I get hints of Baccarat Rouge, but it's definitely not Baccarat Rouge. This is a lot fruitier, it's a lot sweeter, it's a lot muskier. And also, when I say sweeter, I'm not saying it's like sugary sweet, it's not tooth-rotting sweet, it's sweet, fruity sweet, but it's also not ultra fruity. It's just a right balance of everything here for you. It's a phenomenal release. I can't get enough of it. So I'm traveling with this one because it's that good of a fragrance, and I'm absolutely head over heels for it. Now, hopefully the brand Mizensir will make it here in the States. As I said, I don't know who sells it or is anybody going to be selling it, but it is a house started by Alberto Morillas, the legendary perfumer, along with his daughter. So, and the collection is big. They have a lot of fragrances. I mean, I noticed all of them at Selfridges and Harrods, and enjoyed many of them. In fact, I almost bought a couple of them while I was there, but I had already maxed out my suitcases and I couldn't even pick up more fragrances, and I can't remember those. I have to go resample them. But I'm glad I have this one now. For Your Love is amazing. It is a great name for a fragrance, and especially for somebody like for Valentine's Day or something to give as a gift, or someone that you love or something like that, because it's not only a beautiful fragrance, it's very sexy, and I love wearing it. The trail it leaves behind is phenomenal. So I don't know if you guys know Mizensir or For Your Love. Please do check it out, especially those of you that are in the UK, or of course if you are in Marbella, where you can stop into Sens Perfumery in the Puerto Banús and check out the fragrances there, because I kid you not, this is great. And if you also love that Baccarat Rouge kind of smell, you're gonna really like this one, because I think it's a little better than Baccarat Rouge. I mean, I like both, but this one goes a little more interesting. Anyway, guys, this is Mizensir For Your Love. Let me know if you have sampled it. Let me know if you like it, or if you have a bottle, or let me know if you're curious to sample it. Also, let me know, have you been to Sens Perfumery in Marbella in the Puerto Banús? Let me know, put a comment down, let's get a conversation started. Other than that, guys, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.